All right. You know, I got this letter, and this letter really kind of tripped me out because, you know, this stuff happens in almost everybody's family, and you don't understand. I'll just read it. And so I want to get you all take on it. The number here, 1-877-727-7746. I wanted to write about trifling women who lie about who their children's fathers are.
What? Who does that?
I have a cousin who knew something was wrong all his life because his mother and father treated him differently than his other siblings. He cannot forget his mother's stinging words that she wished he had died on her deathbed. She told his other siblings, not him, that he had a different father than them. It was not their father, her husband / her husband. I know another trifling woman who has 4 kids, possibly 4 different fathers, never been married. And, of course, that's another show. The latest guy she has tricked is thinking she got pregnant the first time they had sex, when, in fact, she was already about 4 weeks pregnant when she met him. Wow. These 2 women are from 2 different generations, and it made me realize women have been tricking men since the beginning of time regarding paternity. A child has a right to know who their father is. I started thinking, if I personally know too, how many women are lying to men about children being theirs? That is a trip. Because we were talking about the other day how these little basketball player wives show and all these different ladies, you know, after about 3 or 4 kids, and they're still boyfriend and girlfriend. But this is deep. There are so many people in their in our families that actually, you know the parentage, and the whole family knows. The whole family will be quiet. Will be quiet. Take it to their deathbed. Yeah. You know, I know a guy right now that he knows that he was different from all his siblings, and his mom passed, and his stepfather passed. His grandmother won't tell him anything, but he knows. Everybody says, "Well, yeah, you got a different daddy," but won't tell him who. I don't get it. Is that just a cultural thing?
I wouldn't say that. I think every situation is different, but, you know, some women, they get with, you know, they're promiscuous, they get with these guys, and, you know, one guy may not be ish, and another guy may have that job, may be stable, and so they kind of cling to him. You know what I mean? Like, it just...
You know how disgusting it is to know that a man is not the father of your child, but you lead him to believe that. And by the time the kid's 16, 17, you know, this man is attached to this child. To find that stuff out later, that is just not what makes up a Maury Povich show. That stuff really does happen. Exactly. And it's happening on a regular basis. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people in that predicament. 1-877-PAR show. I don't know. I hate to say it's a cultural thing, you know, but I think it probably happens in almost every race. I mean, if we want to put it on racial terms. But this is pathetic, man. And that's too many people's lives are destroyed. 1-877-PAR show. Good morning. Turn your radio down. Hello.
It's Tracy from Cincinnati. How you doing?
Of course it's Tracy. How you doing, Tracy?
Good. So what's supposed to happen when something medically goes wrong with this child and you need the real father to stand up to save this child's life? I mean, what do you do then? Crawl into your shell and just say, well, let's pray and hope for the best?
Good point.
That's a valid point. Thank you, girl. 1-877-PAR show. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
Happy Tuesday. I'm anonymous calling. I really do believe that these women need to tell the children who their fathers are. I'm in a situation myself where I'm not sure who my father is, and both of the men that could be my potential father is actually dead. And I have a child who was born with multiple medical conditions, and it's like, okay, how do I figure out where did this line come from? Who is my father? You know, and that's something that these women need to fail to realize, that it's something that you have to do. You have to be truthful, regardless of whether the man was married or y'all was sleeping around or whatever. Right. It needs to be told.
So that little bit of shame, that maybe not necessarily your mom, but that little bit of shame is worth a lifetime of grief for people.
Oh, yes, it is. It is. I'm 30 plus, and here it is. You know, it still hurts me to this day because I'm not sure, because I don't know. Like I said, I have a child that I have multiple medical conditions, and I'm not sure where these conditions could have come from, because the only thing I can tell my physicians are, I just know what my mom tells me, or I only know my own medical history or her medical history. I can't go back.
But you know what? And you know, and it's sad, but you know, there's always there's one person you got to find in your family that's messy, that will tell it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? It just seems that is just so strong of a bond with the family. So now we're going to keep this secret. Because you keep that secret because you don't want to be ostracized from your family.
Right.
See, that's the issue.
And then
1-877-727-7746. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, once a child gets to a certain age, say the child's 8 or 9 and the child really loves their dad, then you got, what do you do then? Because then you feel like you can't tell them.
Right.
Yeah. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Russ and fam.
Hey.
How you doing? Your comment.
My comment is, one, it may be all about the money. They might have been sleeping with somebody, that they know might not be financially able to do for the child, or they may think that they shouldn't have messed with. You know what I'm saying? So now they kind of keeping it from the family, or from the child, because they may be embarrassed for whatever reason. But for all men that might get in this situation, if you think a child is yours, hey, go after DNA. DNA don't lie. That's the best way to keep them going through 18 years of hardship and pain. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hear you. That's a good point. Appreciate the call. Good morning. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Your comment, please.
Okay, yeah, I got a friend of mine. He's 35 years old. He just found out after his grandfather passed away that his grandfather was his father. He raped his mom, and now he wishes they would have never told him. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Was it his bloodline? Grandfather, or was...
It was his mom's dad.
Oh, my goodness.
I wonder, did his mom tell him?
I see in that case.
Did his mom tell him or somebody else told him?
After his grandfather passed away, his mom sat down and told him. Finally told him what was what.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That's horrible. I appreciate that for the call, man. Hello, good morning. Goodness. Hello, good morning.
I think their phone went out.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, your comment, please.
Well, yeah, I'm calling because I'm in a similar situation with a twist on it. I have 4 children, and my oldest one, she's not the child of my husband, but the other 3 are. And she's been calling him daddy for 10 years. She's about to be 11. But now her father thinks that I've been holding from her who her real dad is, and he wants to take a paternity test. And let me just say, we've already done that. That's how they ordered for him to pay child support. So I don't know. I guess it's done everywhere, a lot more than we think, because he thinks that I would do that.
So how she would know who her real dad is, because isn't he in her life?
Well, the thing is, he's been in and out of jail her whole life, so he didn't want to do the right thing when she was younger, so, of course, I moved on, and like I said, I have 3 other children with my husband, and he's the only dad she's ever known. He's an awesome dad, and I think that all of a sudden that he's been in jail, and he got a couple more years left, all of a sudden he's about to get out. He's like, oh, when I come out, it's going to be me and her, and it's going to this and that, and you need to tell her the truth about me. And I'm like, you are the only one that's in denial about your relationship with her. She knows she's got 2 dads. You need to get with it.
Right.
Well, that's good.
I appreciate the phone call. Well, this is an interesting topic, because I've seen so many, I know people that are struggling because people want to know their identity.
Sure.
Their identity. They want to have that relationship. People, they have the desire to know who they are, and just not for medical reasons.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how you'll meet somebody that was maybe your father, and you have all these characteristics that are alike and things like that. It's just scary for people, man.
Russ, for the same reason slavery was so bad. One of the main reasons it was so bad is because so many children didn't know their families.
And you're here in the state of Texas, your home state. They want to change what they're going to refer to slavery as.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But then again, we talk too much about race.
Right. Yeah, you can't bring that up.
Oh, no, especially not slavery. Oh, wait a minute. It never happened. Or did it?
Wow.
We'll find out later. Stay tuned. $200 Tuesdays.